Hello, how are you today? Dynamic stars, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are going to do a video about will I get a high paying job by the end of this year? So whenever you see this video, it will be, let's just give it about 7 months from now. Okay, because right now as I'm filming this, this is the beginning of May. So let's call it about 7 months. So we're going to use the Mrunmayi deck. We're going to use the Ask Your Guides deck by Sonia Choquette. And we're going to use the Angels of Abundance deck. And that's by Doreen Virtue. So we're going to shuffle. How has everybody's week been? I hope you've had a progressive week, this lovely week that we started the Saturn retrograde on Monday, April 29th. So how has that been treating you? That retrograde is pretty interesting, isn't it? I'm noticing that a lot of infrastructure, structural things are tending to go a bit awry. Not necessarily completely disasterville, but definitely a little off the rails, where extra hand-holding and extra precautions and confirmations need to be done. And not like a Mercury retrograde, where it's just stuff just doesn't get done or it's miscommunication. No, this is an actual piece of the actual structure, the woodwork, the backbone of the situation falls apart or is messed up. For instance, where I work, the second day of the Saturn retrograde, the phone system went down. And it wasn't anything at our company. It was literally the service provider, and it was down for 2 days. How's that for infrastructure issue? So, okay, we are going to go with that. I'm going to do 3 piles because 3 jumped out. We are asking what, when, how am I going to get a high-paying job? Being very silly today, aren't I? It's Friday. The energy is beautiful. I'm enjoying the rain in the skies, making me feel so in tune. But we are checking to see, will I get a high-paying job by the end of this year, in the next 7 months? This was a question that one of my lovely followers, and I am not going to try and butcher your name, so sorry, I will not do that. He wanted me to actually ask this question. Or they. I'm not sure if it's male or female. I'm thinking he's male, given the name. I'm going to give 2 of the Ask Your Guides cards. And then I'm going to put these on the side. Then we're going to do the Mrunmayi deck. Will I get a high-paying job, Mrunmayi, by the end of this year? That is the question for all those who are watching this video. Will I get a high-paying job by the end of this year or within the next 7 months? Will I get a high-paying job by the end of this year or within the next 7 months? And I want another abundance card. Very interesting. The Virgin Mary deck popped right in my mind, so we're going to get 1 card from there. Those are generally very inspiring messages that allow you to bring in, generally, the nurturing spiritual aspect to a reading. So let us get the Mary Queen of Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. When the spirit pops things in my head, I like to follow it. You never know. You never know what spirit has in store. The timestamps will be below so that if you want to just fast forward and go straight to your deck, feel free to. And if you would like a personal reading, please do email me. The email will be below. And we're going to get ready to get going right now. Okay. We're going to put the red Jasper on pile 1. We're going to put the large Sunstone on pile 2. And we're going to put the smaller Sunstone on pile 3. Okay. So, pile 1, red Jasper. Pile 2, larger Sunstone. Pile 3, smaller Sunstone. Take a deep breath. Choose your pile. 1, 2, or 3. Here we go. For those of you who chose pile 1, the red Jasper. First card is quiet. There's no reversal in this. Words of abundance. Sekret Tumaat. Geb Hetep. Decisions, higher self. Rest, Holy Spirit. And declutter. Okay. So, Mary Queen of Angels, quiet. I go into peaceful silence and I listen. The very first thing I feel on this is for those seeking a high-paying job. There are decisions that you have to make. And Mary Queen of Angels is telling you you have to get quiet in order to make those decisions. You have to really sit within yourself and understand what you want, because there are decisions that need to be made. And those decisions cannot be made while you're in the heat of the moment, while you're really focused on other things. You have to remove yourself from distractions. And look at this. Look at the card itself. I want to see if you can get that image where there's one person on one side giving you this, and there's somebody else pulling you there on the other side. Yet, can you see the light in the forward movement? No matter who's pulling on you, you have to go ahead and decide what is best for you. Because here, the story is becoming so clear. Declutter. That is your other Angel of Abundance card. You'll feel better and more focused if you'll take the time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. There's a lot you have to do before that high-paying job will come to you. You have to clear out the old, clear out the debris, the things that are no longer of service, so that you can move forward to what you want. Because look at that. The angel has this beautiful ball. You see that? That is there waiting once the declutter happens. Your prize is right there for you. Then you have words of abundance. Is your other card from the Angels of Abundance deck. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms. And that is what you attract for yourself and others. So once you quiet your mind, make the decision as to what you want, declutter your mind, your life, your space, and possibly even, not even possibly, but most definitely declutter your space at your current work situation. Even if it's you're unemployed or not actively working somewhere, the place where you sit down to actually work on your resume and look for jobs and search online or however you're looking for work, that area needs to be decluttered as well. Everything that is a part of your search needs to be clear. Your relationships around you need to be clear because everyone around you needs to be supportive of your endeavor. Anyone who is not supportive of you moving forward, bettering yourself, and getting this high paying job, you might need to look at that situation and declutter it. Because, of course, we're going to get back to the words of abundance. I just want to bring that here because it just came to me in a little bit of a flash. The very first thing I talked about this week was Saturn retrograde. You who picked deck 1 have Saturn to Ma'at, okay? Saturn. Sekert to Ma'at, who's ruled by Saturn. And then Geb Hetep, which is the resources, which is all of the things that you're looking for, that material success, okay? So in regards to, will I get a high-paying job by the end of the year? If you put in the work, if you put in the effort, if you declutter, if you make your decision, you will most definitely get this job, the high-paying job that you're looking for. And how you're going to do that is, remember how I just spoke about relationships? The people around you need to be supportive. In Saturn retrograde. This particular Saturn retrograde is going to last until September 18th, 2019. This is a time period for you to also, just generally everybody needs to look at your relationships because there's a lot of karmic things happening in relationships, and those karmic relationships are popping up now to be reviewed, to be looked at. And you have to see what needs to stay, what needs to go, period. And that's just Saturn retrograde, okay? And here it is, you're trying to get a high-paying job, and you have to declutter things. You have to make decisions. You have to get quiet. And then Sekert, ruled by Saturn, pops on the table during Saturn retrograde. This is not a coincidence, okay? And the red Jasper, the red is your root chakra, which is also about security, putting your roots down, the foundation, clearing that stuff out. Goes to Geb, that red Jasper. Everything in this reading is speaking about you solidifying yourself and being very successful. There is nothing here that says you will not be successful if you put in the work. Now, words of abundance, now you're talking to yourself positively. Now you can make yourself a little bit of a script. Write down all of the things that you want to hear, that excite you, that move you. Write it down. If you have a particular book that has great affirmations and quotes, get it. Take some of those things out. Come up with your own phrases. You know, I am successful. I see myself in the corner office overlooking, fill in the city name, fill in the park, fill in the ocean name. My office overlooks X, Y, and Z park, X, Y, and Z ocean as I prepare for the board meeting, as I prepare for the marketing meeting, so on and so forth. You get the idea. Actually put yourself in that situation. Visualize yourself doing that. That's what Words of Abundance is telling you here to do, to actually put it in, and I'm asking you to add visualizations into your words of abundance, into your words of affirmation, because it will make it more powerful, more meaningful, and it will include all of your senses, because that is the goal, to include all of your senses using that law of attraction idea to really push what it is you want, which is the high paying job. And our last card here, rest, Holy Spirit. Literally, once you've done this work, rest. Know that the universe, if you don't really flow with Holy Spirit, universe, field of potentiality, the dude, whatever you want to call it, the cosmos, universal intelligence is a nice neutral phrase. Universal intelligence will take care of the rest. You rest assured that you've done the work, you've decluttered, you've fixed your life so that the new high-paying job can step right in. And that's what you have to do. Once you do the work, let it go. Don't worry about it. Yes, keep doing the affirmations. Maybe put some soft music, like I have the soft music in the background there. Put some soft music on and have your recorder going on your phone or on a separate machine, however you want to do it, and play it back just before you go to bed. Or as you awake in the morning, or as you're getting yourself together in the morning, wherever you feel, comfortable, listen to your affirmations. And that's it, because you've done the work, you're in the process of doing the work, and you're seeding yourself with these words of abundance as you keep going. All right? So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and please do like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. For those of you who chose deck 2 with the larger Sunstone, a stone of luck, a stone of just bringing in universal goodwill. We have boundaries. I am clear and honest with others about my expectations. And bam, we have Chef's 2 Chai S. Detox your friendships. We have Amen, 2 Chai S. We have leadership, Holy Spirit. We have psychic awareness, divine soul. And we have savings. So I am drawn to the psychic awareness first and the leadership. Ah, yes. I'm just getting the story so that I can explain what I'm seeing and sensing that Spirit is talking to me about. I see. Okay. Psychic awareness, divine soul. Psychic awareness, divine soul. What this is there is a connection that you have to your ancestors. That's what Sheps is. This is your ancestors. People who, generally speaking, are in your bloodline, but because these are revered ancestors, that's my cat. He wants to come in and speak with us. Because these are revered ancestors, this could also be high-level spirits who are attracted to what you are doing, to you. They want to help you. And your psychic awareness is blossoming. Do you see that figure in the middle there? That purple figure. That is the spirit that's arising. And that golden figure there, that's you. That's you. And do you see this beautiful fish that's there? And the waters. These are the psychic waters, the ethers, if you will, that you are flowing on. Your awareness is coming to the fore. And because you have this helpful ancestor, they will guide you to the right thing. Maybe while you're looking at whatever your favorite listing is, Indeed.com, I don't know. There are a few of them, ZipRecruiter, ladders. You can look because there are so many jobs, and that's just it. You never know exactly where that job is going to come from. In the most unlikely of places, you might find what it is you're seeking, because your ancestor, those who are watching out from you from the other side, are giving you little thoughts, tapping your mind, nudging you to press the 15th page in the search, and there you find what you're looking for. This is the number 11 here. So, of course, we know number 11, right? We know what that's saying to us. That is a master number. That is the angels watching over us. Divine soul, psychic awareness is 47, 74, 4 or 7. The fourth day, the seventh day after you watch this video, maybe you will find the opportunity, and the process might take some time, but guess what? It might lead you to the one that you're looking for, okay? You have to not judge. Sorry, back up. Sometimes the things that come through psychic awareness comes in a flash. There's no logic behind it. So you're going to have to stop with the logic side of it. And if an opportunity comes to you, take the opportunity. Yes, look and check and make sure it's a valid opportunity. Do not negate how the opportunity, or rather take with a grain of salt how the opportunity came to you. That's less important, because the opportunity may come to you in an unusual way, in a way that is not typical. So that is what I'm trying to bring to your awareness, that this high-paying job for you, because spirit is involved heavily, it may come through in an unusual way, maybe through a friend of a friend, or a random circumstance, or meeting a kind, interesting person while sitting on an airplane, and you strike up a conversation and they happen to be looking for the exact type of person or the role that you can provide, the talents that you have. Something very unusual, something that you would not plan on. Okay, I will leave that alone. You understand what I'm saying. And then we have leadership, Holy Spirit. Allow yourself to be led. Allow yourself to be led, because maybe you're not as comfortable with that side of yourself, the side that receives input from things that are not tangible. Do you see them going up the ladder, and quote unquote, it's going nowhere, right? It's going up. It's going up. All right? But it's going up into the clouds, into the unknown. And that's what you have to do. You have to climb the ladder of your faith and allow your ancestors, the energies, the people around you that are trying to help you, allow them to have a leadership role in your life right now. And don't allow yourself to feel as if, oh, what am I doing? I'm just letting myself go, and no. You have to be at peace. Amen. 2 Chayas is telling yourself, is allowing yourself to be even keel, not to be moved, because things are not going to go the way you think they should. It's not going to be in this linear, logical fashion that you may want it to come in. It may come in a very different way, or it definitely will come in a different way for you. And you have to allow that. It's almost like you have to let go and let God, or let spirit help you. That is what is happening here for you. Boundaries. I am clear and honest with others about my expectations. Boundaries. This card is telling me you have to speak to people and let them know what you're seeking, what you're going for. Because how I'm feeling this card for you, given everything we've received, you've put boundaries on yourself to the point where you've cut yourself off from the help that you can get from others. And now Spirit is trying to come in to break up some of the rigidity that you've built with these boundaries. And this, I am clear and honest with others about my expectations. Right now, you're shifting into the expectation of receiving a high-paying job. And by doing that, you need to go outside of your boundaries, dust away, sweep away that line in the sand, and look for boundless possibilities. Because right now, you have to open yourself up to the unexpected, to going up the ladder, allowing yourself to be led so that you can become a leader. But you can't become a leader unless you know how to follow. And in this case, they're asking you to follow Spirit, follow that little voice, because you probably already know what I'm talking about. You probably have been getting inklings and nudges to do things and you resisted. Don't resist. Detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. Okay? Beautiful angel there, taking care of a younger angel. So, remember those boundaries we were just talking about? You have to be honest and clear with those people to let them know how you feel, what you're doing. But if there are things on your chest that you haven't said, now is the time to do it. We are in Saturn retrograde. It started Monday, April 29th, and it goes until September 18th, 2019. So we're in it for the rest of the spring and into September. So this part of the reading, the Saturn retrograde, is only for right now, this time period. The rest of this reading is timeless. But because we're in Saturn retrograde, it is also a time period where karmic relationships and relationships of all types need to be reviewed, need to be looked at, so that you can begin assessing what needs to come, what needs to go, what needs to, be given some, boundaries possibly in those relationships, because you know who's in your life. I have a very strong feeling that you already had kind of a bit of a list of things you wanted to do and some house cleaning, but you're reticent because, you're hemming and hawing and you're just not following those nudges. It's now time for you to do that, because in order for you to bring that high-paying job in, some of those friendships have to go, because, maybe you're wanting to work in an arena where the circle you travel in is very important. What if you're doing something with marketing in the social media arena? What if you're doing something that is more on the creative side, where you're out and about and you travel with your friends, and those friends are not conducive to that career? It's going to hold you back. They might try and hold you back because they don't want to see you progress. Maybe there's some of that, the crabs in the barrel type of syndrome. Pay attention, watch, and figure out what you have to do. And not just figure it out, because I have a feeling you know what to do. Now it's time to really start doing it. Okay? Having those initial conversations and seeing what the feedback is. And then coming back, speaking with your spirit guides, using that psychic awareness that you have, using information that comes to you when you ask. Because that's the other thing. You can ask for information to be brought to you, shown to you, revealed to you. And then your last card is savings. The Angel of Abundance card. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So clearly, whatever it is you're working on, the high-paying job that you want to get, it is your life purpose. It is what you came here to do. And that's why you're so passionate. And that's why you're getting so much help. And some of the internal ways of processing and functioning that you have had up until this point, it's being questioned. Spirit, universe is asking you to review how you internally do things so that now you can begin going into a leadership pathway, leadership track. But the only way to do that, as I said before, is being a good follower of your spiritual pantheon, your spiritual family. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And yes, you will definitely get a high-paying job once you do these things. And really and truly, you really have to just sit with your spiritual guides at least 10 minutes a day, or somehow grab an hour over the course of a week and just sit. Have a dedicated place where you light a white candle, okay? Maybe a small glass of water. If you don't have a white candle, why don't you use a gold one like that one, all right? And just sit, breathe, and ask your spirit guides to help you and to bring you what you need and to talk to you, to speak with you. And do not be alarmed when you start receiving answers, okay? It's a good idea when you finish to write it down so that this way, even if it doesn't make sense in that moment, you can come back to it. Write it and date it. And if you can put times, do that as well. I'm telling you, when you go back, sometimes the stuff that you write down and the timings will amaze you. All right. Bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed this reading. For those of you who chose the Sunstone, the smaller one, the square one, we have signs. Ask for your needs to be met. Wajet Hetep. Oh, I love it. Ma'at to Ma'at. Partnerships and love, nature spirits. Exhaustion, divine helpers. Face your financial fears. All right, so I can see where this is going. So, we've got this. All right, this is the story. The question is, will I get a high-paying job by the end of this year or within 7 months? I'm seeing partnerships and love, nature spirits. For me, I'm feeling more with this group that this group, it's not so much a high-paying job in the sense that you go to work for somebody and then come back home and so on and so forth. This particular reading, and I will get into it as we go along, but just on the face of it, this looks like this is growing your own business, growing your own project, growing your own. Because partnerships and love, that's the very first card that pops out. I'm going to leave the love part alone right now. I mean, possibly you could be working with or trying to work with a family member, a spouse, or someone close to you. This is not, I'm not feeling like something crazy, like, you know, when I say family member, I mean a close family member, like your nuclear family, father, mother, brother, if you have aunts that literally live within the house, it's within your house that I'm feeling like this partnership or this project is. However, right now, there's a lot of exhaustion going on because you're probably working right now and you're taking the resources out of whatever it is that you're doing and putting it into this project, this business, this, little baby. Okay? The only thing that you can do to help this right now is literally, you see those white spirits with the star? You need to call on your angels, your spirit guides, call on God to help you, to nourish you, to bring you healing energies, to fulfill you once again. Because this is a spiritual exhaustion. This is a deadening of the soul from overwork and possibly because of setbacks, maybe some depressions, maybe a recent argument. I wouldn't want to say argument, disagreement. A recent disagreement that was a little bit tense. It's created some tension regarding the partnership, regarding the business. All right. Next one we have here is face your financial fears. Maybe the exhaustion from trying to put in so much work and effort to get the money together because you're in a bit of a hole, because the amount that you need to get it off the ground is daunting, okay? Face your financial fears. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that in fact, you have nothing to fear. That every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. Both of you, because it feels like it's just two people, it doesn't feel like it's a whole group to me. Both of you need to come to the table, write out your own personal financial plans, because you have to talk about it. You guys can't work on your stuff separately and then try to come together for this business and think it's all going to work. You guys have to mesh as a team, okay? And you need to do that together. If you need to go to credit counseling, you need to go to a financial counselor, whatever it is you need to do that together as a group. Doesn't matter if you're married or not. You need to do this to bring together this business so that you can reduce the exhaustion, because maybe one of you is bringing in a lot of money and is knocking down their bills, their own personal bills, but the other person is not doing as well and they're like running themselves ragged to get it done. You're probably running yourself ragged while the other person is like kind of good. You guys got to help each other. That's what this is, or else you are going to be exhausted. Ask for your needs to be met. It's the very next card, literally. Ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped, and it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. Exactly what I'm saying. Face your financial fears. Let them know what's going on. Get some help, get some assistance, get some guidance, get a plan together and work on it, okay? Signs. There are always going to be signs. You're probably going to start seeing master numbers. You're probably going to be seeing 11s, 22s. 12. I'm noticing 12 is like step by step. Whenever I see 12, that means things are in process. I'm on the right track and I'm taking all the steps that I need to take. You might start seeing these types of numbers. People might start walking up to you and start talking. You don't know these people. They just come up to you and they just start talking. And it's things that you need to hear. People passing by on the street and they start they're having a conversation. You overhear it and it's exactly what you need. These are the types of things that's going to happen to you. Why? Because you got Wajet Hetep. So things are, once you get on your stuff and you start opening up and asking for the help that you need, getting some extra rest, making sure you feed yourself, because you know how it is when you're exhausted. You don't even feel like eating. You got to feed yourself. Your mojo, let's just call it that, is going to come back. Because whenever Wajet is on the table, that means You have got a business acumen that is on point. You'll be able to peg stuff, and everybody's like, I don't understand why you see that. That's not gonna fly. That's not gonna work. That's a long shot. Boom. A few months later, there goes that long shot, and you knew it all along. That is that Wajet Hetet. Follow your instincts and guts. And that's probably why your partner is sticking with you, because they know that you have that. But you've got to pull their coat and get them to help you, because without you, they don't have access to all of this good stuff that you bring to the table. And you need to open your mouth and you need to say that. Yeah, you might not be in the best financial position, but you bring stuff to the table. You bring ish to the table, okay? You got it. And be strong. Know that about yourself. You are nobody's slouch, okay? You don't understand. The energy I'm feeling from this particular spread is you got this. You just, you're feeling a little bit down on yourself because, you had it, but you don't know what happened to it. Yeah, you're tired. That's what happened. Nothing happened to it. It is right here. Feed yourself. And then what do we have? That is our big money card. That is Ma'at to Ma'at. She is, yes, you can say she's wealth, because Ma'at brings you the things that you need. But she brings you the things that you need because you have taken care of others. Because in taking care of others, you take care of yourself. By putting your hand, you have two hands, right? If you put a quarter in one pocket, your right pocket, right? And then your left hand has nothing. That's not true, because you have two hands. You have money here. And that's what this situation is. It's like you and the person you're working with this business are. You're the left and the right hands. But the right hand has stuff, but the right hand is not giving the stuff to the left hand. And that is the imbalance here. And that's the imbalance that you have to bring to the table, because we have two hands. If one has, of course the other has. And that is what has to happen in this situation, because you have this and they have that, right? That's two separate things, but you're a team. So that means you both have everything because you work together as a team. And if that cannot come to the fore, then you might need to look for another partner, because this is what should rule your partnership. Unconditional love, sharing, compromise, working with each other. Because look at that. There is balance there. Do you see? The feather is the heart. The heart is there and there's a feather, right? And the heart is perfectly balanced by the feather. That means that this person gives, seeking nothing in return to you, because they know that this is just like taking a quarter out of one pocket and putting that quarter in the other pocket. It's the same body. It's the same person. Okay? I hope that made sense to you. Sorry, I got a little animated. Didn't mean to offend anybody. I'm not yelling. It's just, woo, that energy was just very, very strong. And I want those of you who chose deck 3, the smaller Sunstone, which is deceiving because this is the money reading here. Forget this, am I going to get a high paying job? Yes, you're going to get a high paying business. You are going to have your own consultancy, freelance program. If it's working with a larger organization, it will probably branch off eventually and go off into its own. So it may start as a high paying job, but then you'll be able to branch off because your clients will like you so much that they're going to say, why don't you do this on your own? Okay. So it may start in a high paying job and then evolve, because maybe that's what the other person is asking you to do, to work for them. Go ahead. Let it happen. Watch to see how good they are at sharing the profits, because maybe it's the profits they're not sharing equitably. Pay attention, because you need to have somebody who will share with you 50-50. Okay? I hope this resonated with you. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.